We're gonna be about Saquon Barkley and his baby mama using the N word, and it's like, oh boy, why was that? Why was that put out there? You know, you be with who you want to be with. I always tell people all the time, just don't forget the skin you in. Don't forget who you are. Cause see, you can't just be having stuff out there like that. It's not a good look for the cat to be having something like that. And of course, it's Super Bowl week, and people gonna make interpretations, and they're gonna say, "See, see, see." Now, this is the thing. Some cats get so comfortable that they forget who they are. They forget where they are, and then they get to a point where they just let anything slide, anything be cool. It's never cool to use the N word. And then, in the circumstances where um, you got to answer that, you got to be accountable for that. It's like you gotta know better than that. You gotta know that you just can't say just whatever, put whatever, and not expect repercussions to it because it's, you know. Now this guy should have been an MVP this year. But imagine if someone comes at him and says, "Well, what do you got to say about this? What are you gonna do? You know, you a parent, and you can't have nobody being like that. That's just not a good look. There's too many people now that are trying to stir things up without having an understanding of what it means. You're in a league that, yes, you have more black quarterbacks, but you have to be aware of totality in what you're dealing with. You have to be aware of how this thing hits from a psychological, also from from a perspective of class and in the class, in the situation. You can't just be having someone talk all reckless and janky. It's embarrassing, you know. And though he's had a great season, I think he got robbed out of MVP. He was the AP offensive player of the year, whatever that means in English. But you can't have the baby mama walking around saying this. Mm-mm. Brother, you got to have some respect on it. You got to put some respect on it. So um, it's very unfortunate and it's very troubling to say the least. And, it's just one of those things that you hope that he will address and say, hey, this should have been nipped in the bud. It shouldn't have came out like it did. Should have never been something a point of discussion. But, it's just one of those things that you just got to make sure that you come correct with it. Or, it's just, it's not good. Not good at all. So, hearing about it was very disheartening. I never like to hear